Welcome back, everybody. This is Cousin Goostain. In the last part, we got lost in the forest as we looked for Lillipes and said goodbye to Hamson and Skippy. And in this part, we are going to be unlocking a new land. It's been a while since we've done that, so I figured why not. Also, my guide has told me that it is time to do that. So if we grab our good old pirate's hook that we got X number of quests ago and place it down, we will unlock one of my... See, the thing is, I enjoy pirates. I'm sort of excited for the newest Assassin's Creed game to come out just because of the fact that you get to be a pirate. But the pirate ship is not all that exciting. However, we are going to make a quick pit stop in Lumina because, as I mentioned previously, we want to see if we can pester Diddle enough to cause him to start the next quest that he's supposed to be starting. So let's see if that will happen or not. Diddle! Several dots later, still nothing. Let's see if Capella has anything to say. Check this out, I'm Capella, the best juggler on Earth, and you are incredibly modest. But no, it doesn't seem like that. No, I wanted to leave to the world map. I'm going to try desperately to get the scene where Capella leaves, or the scene where Diddle leaves, on recording. However, I think if you don't get the quest done before you start doing other quests, you will end up locked out of that quest. And I know the quest that I'm doing on right now will start a series of quests that will lead to certain other quests that will end up potentially locking us out. So I might end up just dicking around off screen for a while trying to get Diddle to cooperate. But anyway, here we are on the pirate ship, and the pirates are penguins, as you remember. That is the captain's quarters, but we do not want to go there yet. Instead, we want to go down here and talk to this gentleman named SS Buccaneer Steersman Ramtiger. Which direction do you want to go? Now, this is going to be the gimmick of getting the pirate quests to start, is they're all determined based upon which directions you tell Ramtiger to go. Now, for this particular quest, you want to go south and then twice to the east. The sea lets you eat all you want. To the east. Ain't it great? I can keep going on like this. Which direction do you want to go? To the east. Ain't it great? And making me feel all philosophical about life. Ah, the wind stopped. The quiet sea, oh dear. Without wind, the ship can't move. Go fish or something. That sounds like just a perfect idea. Ain't nothing better to do on a Sunday morning than go back the way you came. And go fishing. Who doesn't like going fishing? Probably the most relaxing thing you can do in the entire world. So, one of the penguin pirates actually took his advice. Or maybe he didn't. That's bizarre. Oh. I guess I missed him. There was a guy... This guy was probably fishing off the right side, and I just didn't scroll over far enough. But if you leave and then come back, he will say that he caught a bottle, and the cap is really tight, and he will try to twist it off, and he will be ever so confused as to why his pixels won't let him move. And then he will be exclamation pointing, and then a white flash, and then darkness, and then redness, and then whiteness, and that little phantom-looking dude right there will be dancing around. What a beautiful ship. I like it. And then he will disappear without a trace, and we will leave that penguin trembling in fear. And we obviously need to investigate, because that doesn't seem like something that you should let happen. So we want to go this way. And you will see all the penguins will be passed out, and the phantom will be running around, and there's not a whole lot we can do about that for right now. So let's go talk to the captain and see what the captain has to say. The ghost gotta be put back in the bottle and returned to the sea. Guess you gotta find the bottle for that first. Now, your first instinct would probably be go back to the top of the ship and find the penguin with the bottle. However, he will not be there. Instead, you want to go down this way, through this door, I hope. Fight a battle, maybe? No? Guess not. Down this way, and in this barrel is the penguin. Don't come this way, leave me alone! And tell him that there are pretty ladies, because what else will people do? Just back on the beach, maybe. Does he not remember that we're in the middle of the ocean when the wind stopped and there's no way for anybody to get on this ship? Oh, pretty lady, where are you? I'm ready to do anything for you. That's weird. Oh, here you go. Here's the bottle that the ghost came from, and we get the bottle. Hooray! And so now we can head back to the surface. So all it takes to sucker some penguins is a pretty lady. Keep that in mind. You could probably write a thesis paper on that. And you've got hard evidence right here. And this guy will tell us, hurry up this way, because now we can use the bottle to become Bill Murray and catch ghosts, provided we do not cross the streams. And do you recognize this guy? Because I certainly do. This is the ghost. His name is Gova. It's funny because he's Gova the ghost. And he is going to start blinking. Luckily there isn't a carpet for him to pick up and make us fall asleep. However, he will still try to drain our health, which is quite rude, I must say. I am not a huge fan of you, sir. Please stop. Please stop punching me and draining my health. Even though he hasn't hit me with that yet, so he hasn't actually drained any of my health. And I am going to get a notification saying that my video has been flagged for copyright, although, to be fair, I am sort of using someone else's thing, but you know what? That song is universally loved and accepted by everybody, except for Bob Burnham. I feel like half of the references I make, most of you aren't going to get, and I feel like that's a really crappy way of telling jokes, or trying to make jokes. But I don't give a shit. Half the things I do are for me anyway, and I don't give a crap about you. For all I care, you could... Well done, now that's a man of the sea. Here, it ain't much, but take it. Aishi Platinum! Aishi Platinum is the most valuable and useful material in the game, as far as I'm concerned. It will be used to make our most powerful weapon that we can make, as far as I'm concerned, as I've repeated twice. Let's go back to Lumina, actually, and see what Diddle's up to. Talking to him won't start the quest right away, so I don't have to worry about missing out on a story to tell my cactus, so I won't worry too much about that. But hopefully I can get Diddle to stop being a douche. But yeah, Aishi Platinum will be useful. I will probably off-screen make a new murder tool. Diddle! Yes, he's doing stuff, and he will walk away with silence in his voice. Man, he's gone again. Diddle had it! Now, unfortunately, that will lead to another thing. I'm going to need to hopefully have get on screen. However, it's even more random than the other occurrence that just happened. But now we can go back home, talk to our cactus, and hopefully not get interrupted, although, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if we do. And because that was a pretty short quest, I'm actually going to be doing another quest. And then I'll probably stop there, because the quest after that, A, is long, and B, I am not at all looking forward to it. We are starting to get into the area of the game where we're doing quests I really don't like. I know I've said before that I don't like quests because when I was a kid I hated them, and even though they're not quite as bad now, I still don't like them. No, I have always hated this quest because it's very stressful and it's not particularly enjoyable. And my dog is barking because he's upset with this quest as well. But I'll save my rant for when we get to that quest. And with Diddle being activated, that will probably be a couple parts down the road. So let's head off to the next quest we are going to be doing. which will actually be taking place in a place we haven't been to in a very long time. Oh, great. So shadows are attacking Lumina, which cannot possibly be a good thing. But for right now, we are going to ignore it because that is not the quest I want to do right now. We'll be heading to the Okan Mines, which we haven't been to for quite some time, actually. For good reason, too. Because there hasn't been a whole lot worth doing here, and there's really no reason to go back to this place unless you have a reason to. Not because I particularly hate this place. Because I don't. It's a nice place. I like it. So we want to take the Dudbear Express and go back down to the Dudbear room and punch some Dudbears in the face. This ain't good. Somebody's a-comin'. Everything will be okay. They don't have their dog, Lord. Diggers ain't no threat to us. Still burping. And then both in land and sea will be ours. Let's go. And still burping. They make off with their dog. Oh, now it actually is hiccuping. Was His Graciousness Putty crying for help? Dub. Those penguins that just passed made off with His Graciousness. Dub. They'll pay for this. Dub. Where is Putty? That is a good question. Let's find out where Putty is. I'm responsible for it. And obviously we can't just leave His Graciousness out in the open, and the white floating text has told us that we need our quest. So I'm going to cut ahead to the entrance of Okan Mines, because it will just be me wandering back to the entrance, and quite frankly it probably won't be too interesting unless something comes up that I will want to show off. Actually, what I'll do is I'll be traveling back to the entrance. I've never seen those enemies do that before. I'll be traveling back to the entrance, but as I get my special attack meter, I will be showing off the special attacks that I use. But I will see you as those come up, and again at the entrance to the mines. Well, we didn't have any special techniques pop up, but we are back here at the entrance, so now we must leave the Okan Mines, never to be heard from for quite some time, and head over to the SS Buccaneer to rescue His Graciousness, Lord Dr. Putty. That actually reminded me of a character in a book I just read about. There was a con artist named Lord... it starts with a C, I don't remember it off the top of my head, but he was investigating a medical practitioner fraud stuff, for lack of a better term, because I'm an idiot, and he introduced himself as Dr. Sir Lord, like Cardiff or something, and everybody looked at him funny because he was... That's far too many titles. That's like saying you're Lord Duke Sir Dr. Ellington, Nottingham, North by Northwest. It just doesn't make any sense, and after a while people stop believing you. So we want to scour the ship for where this stupid dog is. Oh, I'm sorry, he's not a stupid dog, he's Lord Gracious Highness Putty. He's basically Plato, not the philosopher. And I'm heading in all the wrong doors, at all the wrong places. So yeah, we're going down. One of these doors should have another staircase, and two Sagahines. I should probably look into the mythology behind these enemies, because I know that they are in several other fantasy-based games, fantasy RPGs especially, and they're always water elementals, so they're clearly a reference to something. But down here is a barrel, and in that barrel is a fish, and in that fish is a dog, and in that dog is His Graciousness Putty, who will run away. And where he went, no one really knows. Except for me, I knows. And we actually are going to be able to show off our another special technique. Unfortunately, I don't remember which one it is. It's Rising Crush! And I got him. I feel like I did that one already, didn't I? Maybe? I don't know. But now we have the simple matter of getting off the ship. It doesn't look like it, but Putty actually ran off the ship. He didn't stay on the ship. And that's another reason why I'm not particularly fond of this area, because obviously you're on a ship, so you can't get out of the land the same way that you would something like, say, Medora Beach, where you just keep going in the opposite direction that you went before, and you will get back to where you were. You actually have to go all the way to wherever the captain is and talk to him, and we will see what that does. I'm Captain Tusk, leader of them pirate penguins. How do you like the ship? Ain't she a beaut? You have to directly insult him and say, no, the ship isn't beautiful, although it is. You just don't happen to want to be on the ship anymore, and that is how you get out. And now we want to go to Populta Harbor, I believe. And my dog has started barking again. He's been quite the troublemaker as of late. But he's adorable and small, so we can't help but forgive him. As much as we don't really want to. And we want to head back toward the beach area. And Putty, His Graciousness Lord Gracious Putty, is right there. I just walked right past him. I was expecting him to actually be on the beach. Putty! Talk to me, buddy. Rough. How was your trip? Rough. Ha ha ha. It's funny. His Graciousness. And 3, 4 Dubbears and Roger. And they will start talking about how much they missed him and how much they want him to come back. And Roger will hug Putty, and that will be the end of the quest. I'm not exactly sure of the backstory behind the war between the pirates and the diggers, other than that one controls the land and the other controls the sea, which I suppose is reason enough to fight, because you want both of them, because I guess they're sort of opposites. Although if you know anything about Avatar, it's actually wind and earth that are opposites, and water and fire are opposites, but there aren't any fire lands in this game other than the underworld. Sort of. That's probably the closest you're going to get. And there aren't any air temples either. But we finished that quest, and that's going to do it for this episode. We're going to be talking to our cactus and seeing what he has to say. Did I go back after finishing whatever quest I just did? The Quiet Sea? Yeah. Maybe? I don't know. I'll find that out later. But if you like this part, please hit like, and if you want to learn more or see more about the war between the diggers and the pirates, I would recommend subscribing. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, leave them in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.